What's good, you guys? Today's video is my attempt to help you improve your aim and aiming strategy to give you better advantage when challenging another player. This video will not involve my sensitivity settings, but if you need settings, sensitivity info, and help, check out the video at the end of this clip or check out the video in the description. Sensitivity settings aren't the same for everyone, but it gives you something to work off of. The best thing to do when you want to improve your aim to the best of your ability and with the most practice is to always land hot. This way you could grab a gun and just get to work. There's no need to always change your sensitivity settings, because the more that gets in your head, the worse you start doing. Try to stick to the same settings the best you can, because this way, with more and more games of practice, you'll be able to get that muscle memory down with those settings and gradually get better. Now let's get on with the video. When you're being shot from any distance or direction, do your best to get your aimer locked on your opponent and then zoom in. This way you'll already be locked into your opponent and you can make the adjustment from there. Here's an example of what I mean. I notice the guy, and before zooming in, I turn towards him, get my aimer locked near him, then I zoom in. Boom. Same as the second clip. This will give you guys a very nice advantage. If you see an opponent behind cover, looking in a different direction than you, and they're standing still, then do your best to aim for the head with the first shot so you could deal heavy damage. But make sure you take the shots at a smart time. This way, they can't run away before you kill them, but if they do manage to get behind cover to heal up, then you should instantly push them to take them out the game. Another tip that really helps is to lean in the direction your opponent is running or driving, because it helps your aim compensate your shot. This way, you won't have to lead your target as far, but of course, this all depends on the distance. When you're shooting at an opponent running, pay attention to where your shots are hitting the ground or wall behind them, because from there you can manage and adjust your shots. You want to use those bullets that bounce off the ground as sort of a guidance to adjust your next shots in order to eventually hit your target. Another thing to keep in mind when shooting at an opponent running at a far distance is what type of gun you're shooting with, because weapons with 7.62 ammo have slower bullet speed, so they take much longer to get to the target. That means you would have to lead your target just a little bit more than you would with the weapon that has 5.56 ammo. So do your best to keep that in mind. Another nice strategy is to peek at your target, take some shots, and when they start shooting back, hide yourself behind cover again, then re-peek and start shooting again to finish them off. Do not sit and pre-aim at your targets for too long. If you do that in third person, you'll be very vulnerable to flankers and to also the guy you're aiming at. They can easily pre-aim and take shots at you before you have a chance to react. If you are pre-aiming, make sure it is from a distance so you have time to react if your opponent does get a shot off on you. Last aiming tip is what I call a wide peek. If an enemy is around a building, I like to swing very wide and peek, then start shooting them instead of going right against that wall, because most of the time they are aiming right against the corner of the wall and expecting you to be right there when you peek. So doing this will throw them off guard and maybe give you a little advantage when you start shooting. Well guys, that's it for today's video. If any of these help you improve your aim strategy, please give the video a thumbs up. I'm shooting for 30 likes, so help me achieve that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to know when a video of mine goes live, then hit that bell to make sure you get notified. And until next time, y'all, peace.
I got a stun.
I'm going behind him. He's stunned. He's stunned. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. Oh, he's panning too.
He's panning too.
Bang! oh, easy clap. Easy clap.